Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Edith and I like to read books and yap about them to you guys. And good morning. It's Sunday morning and we're doing a little reading vlog / we're going on a trip. So I thought let me do like a little what I read in a week, but trip edition. I know I haven't done a what I read in a week at home yet, but this felt more exciting. So like I said, it's Sunday and Monday morning we're leaving. We're literally just going to a different part of Denmark. Don't ask me to sit here and like try to translate the different sections here. We're going on a very long drive to a little cabin with my mom and my grandma. And we're only going to be there for 5 days, but I'm going to like show more. I'm going to show today until like next Saturday to see how much I genuinely read in a week when I'm also on vacation. Of course, I'm also going to try to be present in the moment, but I think I'm still going to get a lot of reading done. So let's quickly go over the 2 books I'm going to be packing beside my Kindle. First of all, the book I'm already reading is Lost and Lassoed, which finally getting on with this series. And then we're starting a new series because I realized I'm not in the middle of any fantasy series except for like Fourth Wing, but the next book won't be out until like years. So I hope people are going to be excited about this. I'm starting A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sir J. Maas. That's the plan anyway. I'm packing it in the hopes of getting it started because I really want to. I'm not sure what this is even about. I feel like I hear so many people talking about it and yet they never talk about what it's actually about. But I am excited to try and get into her books. And then of course my Kindle, whatever I get on there for if I finish both of these books. But for today, we're going to be continuing this. I am on page 41, chapter 6. Because I read it a little bit yesterday. So that's our starting point. So, without further ado, let's just get right into this week of reading with me. We're finally here, and my grandmom and mom just went for a walk because they were gonna go buy some essentials that we're needing here. And I realized I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to like talk during these couple of days here. Anyway, we started yesterday, and yesterday I ended up reading until page 85, which ended up being 44 pages. Which today I'm officially on 93, but I'm about to sit down and read a bunch. I think I'm just gonna try and do as much as I can on the trip, and if I can't do any more talking clips, we'll do a little once I get back with how much I actually ended up reading each day and what I thought about the books and stuff like that. For now, with this, it's kind of still, it's getting going. That's actually all I have to say. I'm not like really into it yet, which is annoying because like I am almost 100 pages into it and it is only 300 pages. But I am gonna try and get a chunk of it done tonight. I'm gonna make my bed, which I'm gonna be sleeping on the couch right here, and then I'm just gonna read while they're out for a walk, maybe even once they get back. I've officially been home for a full day, and I've spent, if you want to know how I spent my day, look up next Saturday's video. Subscribe and turn on your bell notifications so you get notified to remember to see what I've been up to today other than finishing A Court of Thorns and Roses. Yup, I finished this, which is the only book I finished this week. But still, kind of a huge accomplishment for me. I've had Sarah J. Maas on my bookshelves for way too long. Not this specific series, but still, for way too long. Keep pushing it off, and I'm officially in it. I'm so in it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna give this a 3.75. A little bit of that rating is not specifically on the book. It's more, unfortunately, on social media surrounding the book. There's a lot of things that, or let's say there are two things that I know, because TikTok apparently people on TikTok doesn't view it as spoilers, which I'm not going to talk about it here because, like I said, I view it as spoilers, which means that there are two kind of big things I now already know going into the second book that kind of ruined the experience for me in this. There's a certain person in this who you could totally love, but I know you're not going to in the next book, and therefore I spent the entire book being like, oh, that's shady anytime this person did the smallest thing, and it bothers me. It really bothers me because I feel like it played too big of a role in it. I couldn't get into a specific aspect of the book because I knew that I shouldn't be liking a certain character. Also, there are like a small thing I know happens apparently in the second book that I kind of thought happened in this one, so I was kind of waiting for that to happen. With all of that said, I really liked Farah. There was a few moments where she could have listened a little bit better and just done what was asked of her, and then she wouldn't have gotten into trouble. Boring, I know, but still kind of annoying. I did enjoy Tamerlane's character in this book specifically. Don't want to get too much into that. Rysand, whatever you want to call him. I actually really enjoyed him in this book, and I can't wait to see more of him. I hope to see more of her sisters. I know we're going to see more of at least one of her sisters, because I know I've heard the name too much for her to only be in this one. It was definitely a lot of like building, which of course, first book in a series, a lot of world building, a lot of introductions, a lot of boring moments, but also a lot of exciting moments, which is why it's not less than a 3.75. With that said, let's go over the stats of the week. We started off Sunday with Lost and Lassoed, where I read 44 pages. I think I only read that in this one. And I read 44 pages, and then we went on vacation, all of that stuff. On Monday I only read 14 pages, which was also of this book. Because, like I said, we traveled most of the day. And then Tuesday, I read 5 more pages in this. And then I switched and I DNF'd this one, soft DNF'd it. I do want to read it, I just don't think I'm in this specific type of romance era in my life right now. So I put that aside, soft DNF'd it for now, and picked up ACOTAR Thumbs and Roses, like we just talked about, and read the first 90 pages in that, leaving the total for Tuesday to 95. Which meant Wednesday I then read 77 pages, exactly, again, of this one. Thursday, I read 46 pages. We had kind of a lot of plans that day, didn't get to reading that much. And then Friday, yesterday, we were going home. Again, didn't have a lot of time to read. I read a little bit before I went to bed. I ended up reading 29 pages yesterday. And then today, I finished the last 203 pages of this, which is kind of what saved my weekly total because it was really low. But that does in fact bring this week's total to 508 pages read. And that's I feel like that's well done. I mean, I could read more, but it was also on a vacation with other plans, so I feel like that was really well done. With that said, that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Maybe you want to motivate me to get back into this one, and give this video a like. So I will see you all in next week's video. Bye.